Yo, chat, what's going on, man? Good to see y'all, man. Hope everybody is feeling good. I don't like the way my camera looking over here. But yeah, man, I hope everybody feeling good today, man. Need to get this light on, get some light over here. We tapped in, man. Tapped in, chat. Understanding frequency and energy is a must in this reality chat. Um, you gotta understand this, man. You gotta realize, um, your brain is literally dictating a lot. So let's talk about frequency for a second, right? Because it can be confusing when people say vibration, right? It can be confusing. And I'm gonna make this shit so simple for you. I made this shit um so simple for you, chat. Your mindset. That is literally how you control your frequency or vibration. Sometimes the difference between you knowing something is going to go the way that you want it to go and hoping or thinking or praying is where way different, bro. You have to start learning how to get yourself in a mindset. For example, right? You ever see in an NBA game before the game, some of LeBron's best games, he's been on the sideline meditating, focused. Some of Michael Jordan. If you ever seen these players before the game, they take a second to the even Wimby, Jalen Brunson, they take a second to themselves and they focus. And you was like, you would think, yo, why would this matter if somebody's good at sports? Because, bro, everything in this life is mental. You gotta learn how to control your mindset, bro. You gotta understand this, right? And this is what they really don't want you to understand about life is that you gotta protect your thoughts. This war, this spiritual war that we're going that we're involved in, that we're all going through, is all based on mind. This is where the battlefield is. In your mind. All right. And if you don't protect it, this you got to protect your thoughts. Protecting your thoughts equals protecting your energy. It all starts in your mind first. So we got to learn how to develop these understandings on how to protect our thoughts. That means certain music you ain't supposed to listen to if it make you feel some type of way. If you know you and your girlfriend going through some shit, then y'all in the car and you listening to fucking Drake or fucking Tim's or all this crazy ass music they be putting out now about breaking up, or Chris Brown about sleeping with somebody else, bitch. Then of course it's gonna make you think things, and then these things are gonna show into your life, bro. You have to understand how to protect your thoughts in this world, man. That is like really where it starts. And protecting your thoughts mean you gotta filter the shit that you watch. Some of y'all just watch anything. Some of y'all listen to anything. You gotta filter your shit. If you feed your mind healthy things, it will literally come out around you. Frequency, vibration equals mindset. If you want to be in a high vibration, if you want to operate at a high frequency, you have to have high vibrational thoughts. High vibrational thoughts, guys. That's what we got to start practicing. How can we make our thought process more high vibrational? This is going to literally change everything. Your relationship. If you start thinking, yo, my girl don't really love me, or my man don't really love me, and you've been thinking that for months, you start to see that in real life. But if you start thinking like, yo, man, I got one, man, she didn't show me loyalty, or yeah, this dude right here, he's different, then you're gonna see that in your life too. You gotta realize, chosen one, you are controlling your reality with your fucking mind. If you learn how to protect your thoughts, everything else gonna go into place. Chat, man, welcome in, yo. You already know what time it is, man. It's the Master Key program. It is that time for the collective of souls to link up. All the conscious beings in the chat, man. It's so good to see y'all on this beautiful Monday, right? We in here, we locked in. Thank you so much for the gifts and the love. We tapped in, man, right? Um, we're making so much progress as a collective, and it's really amazing when you really think about where we was at as a collective 5 years ago to now, right? The world was sleep, man. And now we've become so awakened, these chains that they had on us, these mental chains, these mental uh blockers, they're breaking down, man. A lot of you are starting to create the life that you've always wanted. See, the good thing about life is, right, this shit, it's not real, right? But it feels and looks so real. But when you tap into life and you understand what this is, you can start seeing that, okay, this shit really ain't real. You can see the graphics, right? And you can start to understand, okay, I understand this shit ain't, I understand, I can see this shit, especially at nighttime. You driving at nighttime, you can see it, right? You can see this shit. But it's amazing where we've come and the power that you guys have started to unlock by understanding that you control this reality. All right. Um, Shout out to everybody that's in here. Now, who's new? All my new people. And guys, I do this like I do it because, man, there's new people coming through this portal every day on this live. New people coming in through YouTube, new people coming into TikTok. If you're new, if this is your first time seeing me on the internet, yo, you did it. Go ahead and write new in the chat, man. But if you're new, I need you to understand you did not find this live by chance. You have tapped in with this live because you are attuned to the Christ consciousness. Yes, we are operating in Christ consciousness, guys. Right? The Christ was the most famous man to actually bend reality. Now, we had a lot of people. Now, let's talk about the Bible for a second. The Bible is literally, guys, you gotta understand, you're really in the matrix, right? The whole purpose of this life is to bend this motherfucking reality. The Bible is a whole bunch of testimonies to let you know how people bent reality, how they woke up, realized they was in the fucking matrix and really start bending this shit. Now, if you really look at all the things that they were doing, think about it. Moses split the Red Sea. It's so many things. Jonah with the whale. Um, you know, there's so many things, bro, that the Bible show you how these people have bent reality. Once you realize who you are and wake up in this shit, you can really do this thing for yourself. And Christ was the most powerful and famous person to actually realize and remember he was in the matrix and start to bend reality in ways you wouldn't imagine. Now, a lot of y'all don't understand this, right? They try to make it seem like the Christ is so, but you're literally the Christ. Think about it. Some of y'all done died and came back. Some of y'all done healed people, healed yourself. Some of y'all done did a lot of things similar because, guys, we are in those times where we are breaking free from this matrix. Think about this. Just like the Christ, right? And this is not a religious place just for my new people, but we do follow the Christ in here because, like I said, he was the first man to break free from the simulation and understand it. And we can tell that the Christ knew he was in a simulation from the things that he said, right? Certain things that he said when he said to the people. Christ knew he was dealing with NPCs when he said, yo, forgive them because they don't know what they do, right? These motherfuckers knew they was killing them, but what he meant was these motherfuckers is NPCs. They're programmed avatars. They don't have a choice in the matter. They're just doing what the simulation is making them do. He understood that. He also understood that he was not of this world, just like you are not of this world, right? When he told the people, ye are from below, I am from above. Ye are from the world, ye are of the world, but I am not of this world, right? We are not of this world. And you gotta understand that the Christ, why it's called Christ consciousness, because he tapped into his consciousness and broke free. And that is what you have done. You are literally the second coming of the Christ, bro. And this is why this world hates you. This is why you've been betrayed so many times. This is why you've been hunted by organizations that you don't fucking even know who the fuck these people are. This is why you got witches and warlocks trying to kill you. All that type of shit. Why you been going through the game stalking and all that weird shit, right? Yeah, it's starting to make sense. Now, we've broken free, man, and we've tapped in. And this matrix is literally bending to our will, right? So shout out to everybody that's found this live for the first time. It is not by chance. Now, all my OGs that's been in here, shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for joining once again. Remember, the more you go over this information, the more it becomes, the more it's reinforced into your life. So a lot of the things that we talk about, you've heard it before, if you especially been following me for a long time, but every time you hear it, it opens up more awareness. So it's never a problem to come in and get this info, man. All right. Now, we talk about a lot of stuff in here. And what we talked about yesterday? We talked about 10 ways, 10 rules to understand about life. We also went over the 10 rules of the Matrix. We also went over what else we went over yesterday. We went over a lot of stuff yesterday. We went over NPCs. Um, and today we're gonna be talking about agents and the different programs that they run. But this morning we're gonna tap into sovereignty, bro. All right, we're gonna tap into sovereignty, understanding what happens when you activate. All right, when you tap into your sovereignty. So I need you to understand this, chosen. You are way much more than you ever could expect. And some of y'all are starting to realize that because some of y'all have been through some of the craziest things that nobody would fucking understand. Nobody would ever believe. If you tell people the things that you survived or the things that you've walked through, the things that you've seen, they swear out you're lying. You're insane, right? And this is because, man, you're not a human being. You're the consciousness that is in control of this human avatar. And you got to understand that human beings exist. They only exist here in the 3D physical. In order for you to experience physical life, you have to have an avatar, a human avatar. You got you got to understand that. All right. You're not this body. This is your technology to experience the vessel that you experience life through. You are the energy. You are the connection. You are the communication, the choice. The one that makes the choices, that's you. And you got to really understand how to tap into that. All right. Now, life wants you to be in a rush, right? Everything wants us to rush. We're always battling against time. We're always trying to make it on time somewhere. We trying to go here on time. Guys, slow the fuck down. Slow down. In order for you to tap into consciousness, the first thing you gotta understand is you gotta slow the fuck down. You gotta learn how to process shit. You gotta learn how to say, yo, hold on, let me think. You ever wonder why the world always wants you to make a decision fast? You ever wonder why the world always wants you to hurry up and choose, man? Come on, man, we ain't got a lot. No, bitch, let me think. Because you are the choice. That is all, that's what you are. When you slow down and start the process, now you tap into consciousness. Now you can get the experience in which life was supposed to give you. Now you can understand how you make the choice and then the body follows. And that's what you gotta get into, right? And so we're gonna tap in today, man, and chop it up. Um, like I said, guys, this is not a place of religion. We understand that religions are programs. We do follow the Christ in here, as far as we understand that he was the first one to see through this matrix, right? He was the one to literally break free and really break free, right? And we're trying to be like that. We're trying to ascend. All right, just like that, right? Um, they do lie to y'all about the Christ. The Christ wasn't who you think he was. He wasn't this soft ass nigga. Nah, he was a real go hard ass nigga. Like he went hard. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter, right? We're tapped in, guys. I need you to start looking in your mirror and seeing yourself as Christ. All of us in here, we're operating in that consciousness where we can see the patterns, we can see the signs. Guys, what a time to be alive. What a time to be a soul. What happens when you wake up in a dream and realize that it's a dream? What happens when you wake up in a dream and realize you're in a dream? 111's in the chat. It becomes lucid. You've woken up in the simulation and knows it's a simulation. Do you understand how much power that is? Let's get into it. So I want to say a couple things really real quick. How many of y'all in here recognize patterns in everyday life? 111's in the chat. If you catch, if you would say you a pattern recognizing type of person, you can spot patterns instant in people and traffic. If that's you, drop a 111 in the chat. Now, guys, in this life, all right, the thing you got to remember about life is if you understand the pattern, if you can recognize the pattern, then you can beat it. All right. Life comes at us in a way. If you understand the patterns of your life and the patterns around you, then you probably got control over your life. All right. There's a pattern that happens in this live that I want to talk about. And let's talk about it. So, first thing you got to understand, this live is controlled. I don't have free reign as a creator like a lot of people, right? Obviously, the shit that I talk about. Um, so what you gotta understand is we are in spiritual warfare, and we're about to dive into that. Monitoring spirits are here. The enemy is in this live monitoring. All right. Be careful of the things that you say about yourself, who you are. They're watching. All right. You already know how it can get. You've been through it. You've been through the gang stalking. You've been through a lot of shit. You know how this shit get. Pay attention. Now, I just want to warn you of that. Now, like I said, this is not a free. This live is controlled. All right, they'll never take the leash off my shit. I've been banned on TikTok over 10 times. Last year, I got banned 5 times in like 1 month on this app. We still over 100K. So shout out to the collective of beings who always find me no matter what they do on the internet. This is my second YouTube page. Shout out to the collective who won't let them take me off, right? You guys always find me and get this and continue to lift me up. We right back at 100K over here on TikTok, and we at what, almost 40,000 subs on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all, right? Um, guys, so whenever you see that there's trolls coming in, it's gonna be a lot of trolls coming in talking shit. When they do that, they're trying to distract us. I gotta stay focused up here. I can't feed into the shit that the trolls do. I gotta stay locked in and give y'all the message. I need y'all to stay locked in too. Never argue with a troll. Never let them distract you. They're gonna talk crazy. They're gonna say shit. It's all good. We know they ain't real. Who the fuck is up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning trolling? Unless you get paid to do it, right? So we understand that this is a tactic that the enemy uses to try to deflect, confuse, and destroy. We ain't paying attention to it, right? Let them do it. The numbers, all right? The numbers ain't real, man. It say 500 some people here, 80 some people here. What you'll notice when I say certain things, the numbers will go down, they'll go up, right? Don't pay attention to the numbers, right? It's probably only like 400 people in here for real. 100. They do this too to give this illusion to control. All right, they want to control shit. We see through the layers, we see the illusions. That shit don't matter. Thank you. All right. So I just want to warn you of that. so it doesn't become overwhelming when we get into it. All right. Now, last thing I'm gonna say, like I said, this is not a place of religion. Leave your religious beliefs at the door. This is not a place of division. It's not black versus white. If you can understand this lingo, it is for you. All right, this is for consciousness. All right, consciousness comes in black bodies, consciousness comes in white bodies, and it comes in every other body in between. All right, understand the difference between consciousness and humans. You are not a human, you are a consciousness controlling a human avatar. But there are real humans out there that have no choice. And you gotta understand the difference between you and everybody else. Majority of people are human beings. They are just operating on autopilot reactions and they don't have free will. They have the illusion of free will. But you have free will, chosen one. This is why you have never truly fit in. Let's dive in, man. What is the Matrix? Guys, let me ask y'all that. What is the Matrix, man? Right? We often hear this all the time. We're living in the Matrix, blah, 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 blah. But what is this Matrix? Right? What is it? What is the simulation that they always say? Now, the first thing you got to understand about this simulation, point blank, period, is that you are the one controlling the simulation. And how can we prove this? Science. Science has already broken this down and proven this. Now, if we get into the science of quantum physics, all right, guys, what is quantum physics? Now, this ain't complicated. I know when you hear the word quantum physics or whatever, somebody out there like, oh man, this nigga getting deep, man. I can't. Nah, just bear with me. This is real simple shit. All right? It's real simple. Now, this is called the observer effect. The observer effect is one of the main principles in quantum physics. All right, what is quantum physics? This is the study of how reality operates on a very minute subparticle level, subatomic particle level, like on a very on a scale, on a very, very, very small scale. If you would have a microscope, right? This is how reality operates on the level that you can't see. All right. So this is the study of the shit that happens behind the scenes and how reality operates. Now, the first thing you got to understand, this is not a conspiracy theory. This has been proven with mainstream science with an experiment called the double slit. They've known this since the 1950s and way before that. So these people have known how this reality works. And this is why they've been able to set up reality in a way to enslave you. They've been able to set up reality in a way to limit you because they understand exactly how reality works and they've been knowing this for a long time. Now, guys, the first thing you got to understand about this reality is your attention is the real currency in this reality. It's not money, it's not jewelry, it's not diamonds and houses and shit. Your attention is the currency in this reality. How do we know this to be true? What do YouTube pay people for? Views. What do TikTok pay people for? Views. Why NBA players getting all this money? It's not because they good at basketball. Well, that's one of the reasons, but the real reason they get that money is because they they fill stadiums. People spend thousands of dollars to track and watch these teams. And plus, on top of that, they make millions of people tune in to TV stations. Why do rappers, entertainers, music, you ever wonder why doctors don't get paid as much as fucking uh uh entertainers? Why teachers don't get paid as much as entertainers? Why do entertainers get the most money on the planet? Because attention is the currency in this reality. This is why rappers, singers, musicians, actors, actresses get the most money in the world because in this world, attention is the currency. All right. This is, you got to understand, guys. Why did the Super Bowl make so much money? Because we literally watch it. Anything makes money because millions and billions of people tune into it. Understand that. Your attention pays people. Literally, I'm getting paid right now. I'm gonna get paid off this shit because I got a lot of people paying attention to me right now. Right? So understand, bro, in this life, your attention is currency. Stop. This is why they say pay attention. Stop paying everybody your attention, bro. You got to understand how life works. Life is everything is an exchange. There is nothing free. Nothing. Nothing free in life. Everything is always in exchange. So when somebody come to you and expect you to do something for free, they are already a part of you should already know this person is a part of the matrix. They're a part of your reality. They're trying to drain you or siphon you. If you do something for free for somebody without an exchange, you just got siphoned. You got to understand that. Now, we're going to get into all of that, right? But you got to know, you got to start paying attention to things that pay you. For example, right? You're paying attention to me. What am I giving you in return? I'm giving you awareness. I'm giving you wisdom. I'm giving you empowerment. I'm giving you knowledge. This is what you're buying right now with your attention when you pay attention to me. Some of us pay attention to things that feed us fear. Some of us pay attention to things that make us insecure. We pay attention to the wrong shit. If you want to change your life instantly, stop paying attention to shit that don't pay you instantly. If you want to change your life today, take your attention back. Take your attention back from that toxic ass lover. Take your attention back from your toxic ass mom. Take your attention back from all the shit that is from the game, from the shit that's going on in the streets. If you want to change your life today, take your attention back today and then redirect it. Put your attention into you. Put your attention into your craft. Put your attention because your attention is currency, brother. I don't follow nobody on TikTok right now. I don't follow people. You know why? And I'm not saying that to say you shouldn't follow nobody, but bro, my attention is currency. I'm not about to be watching fucking uh 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 all these people what Dean the Great and motherfucking AB or Finesse two time. I'm not about to pay attention to that shit for what? Fuck I'm paying attention to that shit for. I got my own shit going on. And this is what we got to start really recognizing, bro. You got to start paying attention to shit that is paying you. A lot of things in your life are distractions. Now you're starting to realize, damn, now I understand why TVs are everywhere out this motherfucker. I understand why they created the TV, why they created media. Because attention is currency. This is why everybody on the internet is trying to get your attention. People are constantly trying to get your attention because they get paid if they get your attention. All right. Now that you know you live in a magical world, that your attention is currency, right? Let's talk about this. So, why is your attention the currency? Because your attention, this is what they don't tell you. Your attention generates and programs reality. If they can get you to believe that the world sucks, the world will suck. If they can get you to believe that the world is negative, if the world is violent, that will become your world. If they can get you to believe, you got to understand this shit, man. You got to understand this. Now, let's look at this, right? This is you. Now, this is how the observer effect works. This is you right here, chosen. It says, before observation, wave spread out over space and time. I'm about to show you how you create reality. See, you don't even understand you're God. You don't even understand your source, your consciousness is experiencing itself. You're literally source experiencing yourself all around you. Everything in your life is, you got to start understanding that you live in your own bubble. And everything in your life is literally a generation of your inner self. That random homeless man holding the sign, that's coming from your mind. Before observation, wave spread out over space and time. Right? What does this mean? How do you observe in this reality? You can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can touch, You can smell. These are all ways that we observe this physical reality. So, before observation, wave spread out over space and time. What is a wave? We're not talking about the ocean. We're not talking about Max B. We ain't talking about the wavy Navy boys. What is the wave? A wave are particles in wave state. What are particles? Electrons, neutrons, sophrons, photons, molecules, and atoms. These are particles that make up all mass and matter. All right? All mass and matter in reality, before it is in a solid or whatever, before it comes into this reality, it is in a wave state. Particles are in waves. You ever be outside and you look up in the sun, right? And you see those little particles that's moving around, look like dust in the air, and shit just moving around. That's literally, you're seeing particles. You ain't supposed to be able to, but you're seeing them. Now, before you observe, they spread out over space and time. What does that mean? Now, guys, imagine if my cup started to spread out over space and time, what would happen to it? It would literally disappear, right? Think about those words, spread out over space and time. If this cup just started to spread out over space and time, it would literally disappear. The shit wouldn't exist no more, right? This shit would not be in existence. It would no longer be in my hand if it spread it out over space and time. Now, basically, before observation, matter spreads out over space and time. Means, yo, before you observe something, it don't even exist. Your attention and observation literally makes reality pl- pop into place. At the time of observation, particle localized space-time event. At the time you observe, particles localized, they come together, space-time event, reality collapses into place. I need you to understand, when you woke up this morning, everything popped up because you opened your eyes. Your bed was there because you knew you was feeling, you knew you were laying on your bed. You got to understand, this reality is a hologram. It's not real. It's popping into place as you go. And when you're good at understanding this, you can see it. Think about this, right? Why do you think you have a police officer never catches you speeding from behind? Why do you think when you speeding, right? And I've done this millions of times, right? Don't no police officer never catch up to you and say, damn, you going too goddamn fast, right? Every time you speeding, what happens? You come around the curve or you go up a bend somewhere where you can't see, and then all of a sudden it's a police officer sitting there. And then he gets your ass, right? You want to know a glitch? You want to know a glitch? How you can speed wherever you want to? Only speed when you can see. Because in this, if you can't see, shit can pop up. But if you can see, it can't pop up. This is how this reality works. Reality is rendering. You can't see around that curve, so anything can pop into place when you get around that curve. But as long as you can see straight, listen. That's literally a glitch, bro. I speed all over. I speed all over the country. Straight stretches where I see it ain't no police, I get crazy. But as soon as I'm coming around that curve and I can't see around there, I slow down because I know shit be popping up. I speed around that curve, some shit gonna pop up. It's how life is working. Life happens, life is happening like that. Right? Life working like that, chat. You gotta understand this, man. You gotta realize that somebody said it's common sense. It's really not, though. A lot of people don't understand that life is rendering. A lot of people don't understand that if you can see it, you're good. Once you can't see, shit pops up. A lot of people don't understand that life is literally generating. It's coming as you go. Life is rendering. This has been proven with mainstream science, chat. All right, with an experiment called the double slit. Life is coming as you go, man. This shit is like a video game. It's not solid like you think. All right. A lot of y'all always hear about us being a hologram and shit like that. Boom. You gotta understand, if you a hologram, bro, make it make sense, right? This is why, you know what I'm saying? You only can see so much of me. If I turn, you only can see the flat part of me. You can't see the whole 3D shape of me, right? Niggas is holograms. You can tell when you're watching YouTube videos and shit. If you ever watch some basketball videos, and YouTube basketball niggas. So let's really tap in. What is the matrix, chat? First thing you gotta understand about this reality is that you are generating this reality. All right. You are the one generating reality. Now, when you understand that your beliefs and how you perceive the world actually program your reality, now you'll understand that the TV and media was not created for your entertainment. It was created to control and manipulate reality. All right. If enough of us believe in the narratives that they push, they become real. This is how life operates. All right. You have to understand that the TV wasn't meant for your entertainment. It was meant for a weapon against you. That's why they constantly putting shit in your face and making you think things. This is why I tell you the best thing you can do is protect your thoughts. And how do you do that? By protecting the things that you watch and the things that you listen to. You gotta understand that, bro. They gave us a narrative. We believed in it and we created it in this world. Right? So you gotta understand, bro, that don't believe in shit. Only believe in what you believe in, what you want to. What you want to see in your life, believe in. Y'all be out here believing everything that they put in front of you, not realizing that we are creating reality. It's like the reading rainbow was trying to tell us, right? Imagination is everything. That's what a reading rainbow was trying to tell us. We create reality with our fucking imagination, our belief. You gotta understand that shit, bro. So let's tap in. What is the matrix? We realize that we are generating this reality. This reality pops up and it generates as we go. But why are we here? What is this shit? Now, one thing that we can all say, right? And shout out to everybody who's tapped in, man. All the real beings in here. I love y'all. One thing that we can think about, right? That we can say the Matrix probably is, it's a school. It's a place where we come to learn. Now, why do we say that? Think about this. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, one thing about it, we learning new shit every day. We're constantly learning lessons. You know, this is why we're here. We're here to expand, to learn. There's some type of lesson that's being taught here. Everything is a lesson in life. So you gotta understand, guys, stop stressing, stop worrying. This is temporary. You're in school, man. It's a simulation. You're here to learn from experiencing things. That's all. Now, of course, you don't want to have a shitty experience of life and you want to learn how to be great at it, right? And this is why you're here. So, in order to take over your life and live in the way that it was created for you to have the experience, you got to understand this about it, right? You are not a human being. Yes, you possess a human avatar, but that is it. You are not the body. You have to understand this because once you realize that you are not the body, life starts to act differently, guys. It's a reason why they want you to believe in everything outside of yourself. Okay? Now, what did the Christ say? The Christ said the kingdom was within. He did not say the kingdom was in New York. He didn't say it was in the UK. He didn't tell you that the kingdom was in wherever. He said the kingdom was within. And when you understand that you are not the human body, but the consciousness within controlling the human body, life unlocks kingdom. Life starts to operate differently. You get your sovereignty back. Now, How do we know this body's technology? Let's talk about this. Because I need you guys to understand that the earth, everything about this reality is tech. All right. The earth is technology. You got to understand how that works. Your body's technology. This is how you experience it. All right. Your brain is literally a computer. You're plugged in. You got to realize that you're plugged into some shit. Now, how do we understand that the body's tech? For one, right? Somebody said you can get a transplant. Exactly, right? You can get surgery. Something goes wrong, you can take your heart out, get another one in there, right? None of that sounds like some damn tech. That sounds like changing the battery to me. You got an electromagnetic field. Hmm. Hmm. You got sensors on your tongue. If I eat something, it tells my consciousness what the fuck I'm tasting. Hmm. Right? Somebody said you need to tell people how to connect to their father. I can't help a nigga connect to his dad. Fuck is you talking about? Father who, nigga? Y'all don't be realizing how programmed y'all be sounding when y'all say certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Connect to a father. That's only y'all lingo. Like the world is big as shit. Some people don't even know what Catholicism or Christianity is in the world. Like y'all gotta start really being programmed and really seeing that you're living in a fucking box. You know what I'm saying? Get out the box, bro. You're in a box. You gotta understand that shit was given to you. You know what I'm saying? It was given to you, bro. It's called a pre-programmed belief, something that you didn't have no choice in. You came from a Christian family, so you're a Christian. You came from a Muslim family, so you're a Muslim. That pre-programmed beliefs is passed down in the matrix. This is what you gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? So you automatically gotta delete them shits. You know what I'm saying? You gotta delete them. Now, I get what you're saying, bro, but you gotta delete it, right? What you mean is source. All right, connecting to source. Now, let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about this. So, you got to understand that this body's technology. You are not this body. This body is your vessel in how you experience physical 3D reality. You got to understand that, right? This body is a vessel on how you experience 3D physical reality. All right? This is not you. This is your experience vessel. You got to understand that. Now, this is another reason why you have to take care of the body. Because if you don't take care of the body, your experience in life gonna suck. If you eat bad and you're not taking care of the body when it comes time for you to experience life, this shit is going to fucking suck. You get it? Now, the Christ told you that the kingdom was within. I need you to understand that it doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're white, it doesn't matter if you're anything in between. We are all reflections. We are all source. Think about this, right? If I take my cup and I go to the ocean and I dip my cup in there and then I walk away, right? Just because that water is in the cup doesn't mean it's not a part of the ocean. Just because I took that water and put it in the cup and went home, it's still ocean water. You are from source, bro. You're literally source experiencing reality. See, this is why they want us divided. This is why this world right now is trying to push black versus white so hard with Carmelo Anthony, with the little kid that got killed by the Asians, uh, uh, all these white versus black shit going on right now. Because if we are divided, we'll never come to the understanding that we are all one. We're literally all different variations of the same exact source experience life. You got to understand that, bro. So, once you tap in with consciousness, your inner self, this is when you unlock what the Christ was talking about, what he called kingdom. All right, now, this is called activating your authority under source code. There's a reason why they want you to believe in everything outside of yourself, because once you believe in you being a human and not having control over anything in this world, you lose all your sovereignty, brother. You lose all your sovereignty. That's why they want you to think that you're a human being and you can't control this reality. But I tell you, you are really controlling this reality. This reality is operating off based off you. Everything that happens in your life, right? Everything that happens in your life doesn't happen randomly. Every person in your life is not random. You got to be able to see that and understand that for what it is. Now, let's talk about it, right? Hold on, child. Yo, this is how I just want to say this, right? This is how you know that these trolls in here is some bullshit and they like purposely pushed into my chat, because if you're not resonating with what I'm saying, why you got time to listen to it? Think about that. What real person comes and sit down and listen to shit that they don't resonate with? When I see shit that don't make sense to me, I keep going. This is how you know. Don't pay attention to the trolls. I see some of y'all arguing with them. Don't do that. Don't argue with them. I'm telling you, that is what they're here to do. They are here to distract. They're here to piss me off. They're here to piss you off. They're here to argue. Don't do it. Just let them be in here. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We already know this shit fake as hell. Them niggas is not real. Right? Who the fuck got time to sit and listen to shit that don't make sense to them and won't get the fuck on? Take your ass on, man. So, chat, what happens? Let's talk about this. What happens when you activate your source code authority by understanding that you are the consciousness? Let's get Brittany in here. Brittany, break it down. What happens when you activate source code authority? Pay attention, chat. We're going to go over this.
Oh, good one, Jay. Let's break it all the way down for the chat because this is major when you really get it. Activating your authority under the source code. When you activate your authority under the source code, you stop being just a character in the game. You become a co-creator of the game engine itself. Here's what starts happening step by step. No, one, reality stops being random. Default players think stuff just happens. When you step into source code authority, you start seeing the pattern before it plays out. It feels like predicting life, but really, you're just consciously shaping it. Two, your energy becomes command. You stop asking life to treat you right. You tell it how to move. Example, instead of thinking, I hope I find the right opportunity, you say, opportunities that match my frequency are finding me now. And you'll literally start bumping into them faster. Jobs, money, people, synchronicities. Three, time bends. You start noticing that manifestations come quicker. Things that used to take months now take days. Because your authority collapses potential timelines into the one you choose on demand. And a four, NPCs start reacting differently. Some will suddenly resist you harder, the system trying to push back. Others will start cooperating with you for no reason, as if they got new code. You'll notice strangers being nicer, more helpful, and giving you what you need without you asking much. Five, synchronicity becomes the default. Angel numbers, repeated symbols, perfect timing, they stop being rare and start being the language reality speaks back to you. It's confirmation that your source code is live. Six, old programs fall apart. Things that aren't aligned literally stop working. Jobs, relationships, habits. This can feel chaotic at first, but it's just the system clearing corrupted code so your new script can run. Seven, you move from survival. Sovereignty. You no longer feel like you're chasing money, love, validation. You move into a state where those things chase you because you've set the frequency that they must follow.
All right, chat. Let's talk about this. See, a lot of y'all are going through this right now, and you don't understand why you're going through this. Now, A lot of you have tapped into your consciousness already, right? You've already felt like, yo, I ain't really you never really resonated with human beings and human behavior, right? You've always felt different in your life. You always question, why do people gotta do this? Man, you probably said to yourself, man, I'm not a human being. I ain't no way I'm a human because I don't act like these motherfuckers. I don't do. You've always felt different, right? You've always felt a little weird around people. Like people are weird. This because, chat, you gotta understand, you are the consciousness. A lot of people, see, when you wake up and realize that a lot of people only exist because you decided to come into the simulation and having a human experience. A lot of people only exist in your life because you decided to have this human experience. You'll realize like how powerful you are. Your mom is literally your mom. Like that is her whole role, whole purpose of existence is to be your fucking mom because you decided to come into the matrix. Same thing with your brothers, sisters, all that type of shit. You gotta understand that, bro. Right? You gotta really understand that you are the main character in your life, bro. You gotta understand you're the main character and everybody else is just following. Now, listen, obviously, right? This ain't the type of message to come for the masses because what you gotta understand is there will never be a world where the world wakes up and sees that they're all souls, and because everybody's not a fucking soul, it's always going to be a few of us. You got to understand that this ain't I don't got the type of content to you know what I'm saying, have billions and millions of motherfuckers listening to this shit. It's not for everybody, bro. This is only for conscious beings. Majority of the world is operating on autopilot. Majority of the world are pre-programmed script runners. There's never going to be a world that's everybody's going to be woke because everybody can't wake up. You got to understand that there are people who are only a part of this reality. They only exist in this reality. They are not having a test run like me and you. This is only temporary for us. You gotta understand you in the fucking video game. Like, I know you don't want to hear that. I know that's far-fetched, but man, you're literally in the game, bro. And there are people who are part of the game in your life to bring on certain lessons, to bring on certain things that you have to go through in your story. And you gotta be able to see that. You gotta be able to see that. Let's tap in. So the first thing that happens when you activate source code authority. Now, somebody said, I hate this game. You only hate it because you don't know how to play. I'm gonna be real with you. If your life sucks, it's because you suck at the game. All right. If your life sucks right now, it's because you suck. You make bad choices. I'm being honest with you. You make bad choices. You don't learn from the lessons that life put in front of you. You suck at the game. Now, we about to talk because I used to suck at this shit too. I used to hate life and I sucked at. I didn't understand how to play the game. If you don't know how to play the game, you're going to lose. You got to understand that. So if you hate life right now, if life sucks, it's because you're just not good at being a human being. You don't understand it. You don't understand how to maneuver as a human being. You don't understand how life works. And that's okay. I'm not saying that you suck as a person. I'm not saying that you're stupid. What I'm saying is it's been purposely kept from you on how to play this shit. And that's why life is hard because you don't really know what the fuck you're doing. But it's all good because you about to learn. You about to learn how to play this shit. You found this live for a reason. Stay tapped in with me. There are more lives that you have to have. All right, this it. I can't give you all this sauce in one day, in one sitting. you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna have to tap in with me on YouTube and go through all my lives. Bro, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos of me breaking this shit down on YouTube. You can literally go watch it. I'm literally monetized over there. Right? So if life is hard for you right now, don't beat yourself down. You just gotta recognize, like, okay, I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something wrong. And we're gonna break that down why life is hard right now, because you gotta understand that this shit is about choice, man. Right? For example, let me give y'all this, right? I'm gonna just say this. You believed everything that they told you. You believed that life, right? When you come into life, life gives you a set of rules and ways to think. And you took those ways to think and you programmed your mind, not understanding that your brain is literally controlling all of this shit. Your brain is controlling how reality comes to you, right? So you took the belief of it's hard to get money, money is scarce. You believe that because somebody you come from people who don't understand what money is, they don't understand shit about life. You believe that, oh, I gotta have a 9 to 5 to make money. Because why? Because you come from people who don't know shit about life. You believed all of the things that society has told you on how you supposed to live. Society gave you a map on how you supposed to live, and you took that. You literally took the prison that they gave you. And now how life works, you've been digging yourself in a hole, digging it deeper and deeper, and not understanding how this shit works. And now you at rock bottom and you like, yo, life sucks, bro. This shit, I hate this shit. I'm ready to go. You gotta understand, bro, you've been deceived. Your life sucks because you've been deceived. This shit is very easy. This shit is very easy. Now, I say this all the time. When you realize life's a choice, then you start to love how you live. What does that mean to you? Think about those words. When you realize that life is a choice, then you start to love how you live. You want to know why your life is hard and your life sucks right now? If it does, because you don't love how you live. A lot of y'all are out here doing shit that you don't want to do. A lot of y'all out here, you got jobs that you don't want to have. Then you go to it every day. You don't even want to be there, but you go there every day. A lot of y'all are with people you don't even want to fucking be with. A lot of y'all are around people you don't want to be around. A lot of y'all are doing shit that you don't like, and then you wonder why you don't like your life. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but just do the shit that you love to do. Start doing what you love, and life will become great. And I know that sounds like, bro, it ain't just that easy. I got bills, I got kids, I got the. Because you know why you got all that shit? You done dug yourself in the hole, bro. This how this shit really works, man. But you can dig yourself out the hole. But it's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take you 6 months to a year to really get your life going and flowing and programmed the way you want. But you can do it though. See, you've been digging this hole your whole life. It don't take your whole life. It ain't gonna take you 25 years or 30 years to reverse it. It's gonna take you a good 6 months. A good 6 months, you can reprogram your life to what you want it to be. But you got to gain an understanding of how life works. That's the thing. We don't know how life works. We don't know. We don't understand the technology. We don't understand how this avatar works for real. So a lot of y'all right now, you got a brain in your head and you don't know shit about your brain. You don't know nothing about the systems. You don't know how it's generating reality. You don't know how the brain's programmed. You don't know shit about your fucking brain. But you got one though. But you know everything about this iPhone. You see what I'm saying? You don't understand the technology. If you understand the tech, then you can understand how to work it. A lot of y'all out here chasing shit, chasing money, chasing men, chasing women, chasing friends, chasing opportunities. Why are you chasing shit when you got an electromagnetic field? Keyword magnetic. You ain't got to chase a damn thing out here in this world. You have an electromagnetic field. Keyword magnetic. You literally pull everything into you. You literally attract everything that's happening in your life. You attract it. You have an electromagnetic field, bro. Life ain't about chasing. Life is about learning how to become attractive to the things that you want. See, we don't know how to work the technology because we thought we were the body instead of understanding that this body is our tech. This is our vessel to experience life. You are the thing behind the eyes that is experiencing everything. Let's talk about it, right? So, first thing you got to do if you want to change your life today, if you want to start today, you have to understand this. You are not the body, you are the consciousness. Once you understand that you are not this body, life starts to open up in a different way. You gain your sovereignty back. Now, once you gain your sovereignty back, this is what happens. The first thing that happens, reality stops being random. Right now, when you thinking that you're a human, life seems random. It seems like you're just hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. You're just hoping whenever something bad happens that you can make your way through it. When something bad happens, you hoping that you can survive it. But see, when you tap into consciousness, then life starts to make sense. You start to understand, right? You start to understand why certain things are in your life. You start seeing purpose in everything that you ever been through. You start seeing purpose in, damn, you understand why everybody can't wake up in this life because the matrix is the matrix. You should be in gratitude that you are one of the ones who can hear this and comprehend it because there are so many millions of motherfuckers who would hear this and cast this out as insanity. Be glad that you're one of the ones that can hear this and understand this shit. That means you have a chance. So many people out here that are just only playing roles in people's lives and they don't even realize they don't even have a chance. They're just here for the now, for the moment. When you tap in with consciousness, reality stops being random, guys. You start seeing purpose in everything. You start understanding that purpose is a superpower. And so you start to do everything in life with purpose. You start to say, yo, there's a purpose behind everything. You stop wanting to waste your time going to that 9 to 5 that doesn't serve a purpose for you other than to get money. You know what I noticed, right? The difference between people who do shit just for money and the difference between people who do shit because their heart is in it, right? People who do things because their heart is in it, they end up making way more money than people who are just doing things for money. For example, right? I had to switch barbers 100 times because a lot of barbers are only cutting hair because they want money. Their heart not in that craft. But when you find a barber whose heart is in that shit, boy, your cut be different. Your cut be different. Same thing with hair. I had to find somebody who know how to twist my shit because their heart is in it, not just because they doing it for money. Like this, right? You know why this shit hit? I don't do this for money. My heart is in this. You know why I show up every day? Yeah, I get paid good money. I'm taken care of. I'm monetized on YouTube. I'm monetized everywhere on the internet, right? But I didn't never do this for money though. I did this because my heart was in it. In times when they tried to kill me, in times when so much shit happened, I still came on this internet and did my thing because my heart is in this. I feel like this is my purpose. There's a big difference. When you tap in with the consciousness, you start to understand how to do things for purpose instead of just doing shit just because you want money. See, guys, that shit is an illusion. you will be taken care of in this life if you tap into purpose. I can't go to, you know, like I said, man, it be barbers out here that's just cutting hair for money, man. Just because they felt like, I got a felony, this the only way I can make some money. I'm gonna go to barber school, get my barber's license. But when you find that barber who really got a love for the game of barbering, this is when you get a haircut that looks so different. When you really find that person who is doing things out of their heart and not just for the money, that's when you can. This life, it operates more when you understand purpose. And when you tap in with consciousness, you start to realize, damn, everything that I've been through had a purpose. It wasn't random. The second thing that happens when you tap in is that your energy becomes the command in this reality. Guys, life be hard as hell, right? When you're always hoping that some shit goes your way. But when you tap in with the sovereignty, with your source code, with your consciousness, and understand that you are consciousness in this reality, you got to understand how much privilege you have. Your consciousness, this reality was created for you to master it. And that you can't master this reality as a human being. There's too much energetic layers to this life. You have to understand that you have to be able to see past the physical reality. Some people only living in this life, they only can see the physical shit. They only can see physical life, meaning, you know, they don't feel the energies behind anything else. And you got to understand, like, yo, bro, there's much more to this world than just the tangible layer of life that we see. There are things happening in the background. Shit, oxygen, air, you can't see it, but you know it's there. There's a lot of shit going on in the background. And when you tap into consciousness, your energy becomes the frequency. Meaning, it ain't no more hoping. Oh, I hope that I get this car or I hope I get approved. Nah, I want to get approved for this. And that's what happens. See, a lot of y'all are going through that now. Y'all starting to see that shit just be going your way. And you like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how everything just falling into place for me. I set my mind, I set the intention, it happens. The third thing that happens, time. Time starts to operate differently when you operate as a consciousness. See, guys, we've been taught wrong about time. Now, a lot of us don't know how to use time. You ever heard when they say, yo, right? Use your time wisely, right? There's so many people, there's so many people who are upset because I do what I do, guys. You see all these people like on YouTube and TikTok that's talking shit right now? Ask yourself this. Why are they so mad that I'm doing this? Because it's the truth. And people hate truth in this world. So time starts to operate differently, right? Time starts to operate very different. See, we've been taught to measure time, but that ain't how we use it. You ever heard them say use time wisely? You gotta understand that time is an algorithm in this reality. And this is why you gotta do certain things at the same time every day to see results, to make the deeper the loop, right? You should, same way they want you to come into work every day at 8 o'clock, you gotta start scheduling your life out. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go work out every day at 10 o'clock. I'm a da 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 da, da, right? Hold on, chat. And you gotta understand that, bro. You gotta be able to see that and know. You see what I'm saying? Another thing that happens when you tap into source code authority, NPCs, they start to act differently. A lot of y'all are going through this, right? NPCs are starting to be different. They're starting to do different things. People are starting to treat you differently. People that you was cool with, you falling out, you ain't cool with them no more. People that, you know, you, a lot of things start to happen when you tap into source code authority, and then you can see it. You can see it plain as day. You can look at somebody and say, man, that's a fucking NPC right there. They're programmed. People that you've had problems with your whole life, now all of a sudden they want to fix the problem. Strangers being nice to you when you go outside, you know, people want to hold the door for you. People want to let you in. Another thing that happens, you gain the ability to start reading your synchronicities. How many of you understand how to read your simulation? Do you know that this simulation talks to you? This simulation would tell you when you in danger. It'll send you an omen. Omens are real. For example, right? If I go somewhere and I pull up and I happen to look up at the sky and I see hawks flying around, 3 or 4 hawks, or two or three hawks flying around in a circle, I know that I'm in the right place. I'm where I'm supposed to be. That has been a sign in my life that has shown me, yo, when you see the hawks, that means you right where you supposed to be, bro. Don't need relax. You good now. You good for right now. There is another uh sign that I see, another synchronicity. If I go outside somewhere, if I go somewhere and then a cat, a stray cat pops out of nowhere and walks up to me, looks at me, and then goes meow, and turns around and walk the other way, that's a sign, Jay, you need to leave. This ain't the place, my nigga. Go. If I go outside and I see a crow and it says, it stops and it says, ah, that means, Jay, take your ass in the house. You don't need to go outside today. Some crazy shit might happen. I've learned how to read my synchronicities, certain numbers, confirmation. Life talks to you. And when you tap into consciousness, you began the ability to see and understand it. Some of y'all out here tapped in. Now, this is another thing that happens, and this one can feel bad, right? When you tap in with source code authority, sometimes it can be a little chaotic when you go through this part. And thank you so much for your gifts, chat. I appreciate you. When you go through uh old programs start to fall apart. Now, what does this look like? This could be relationships. This could be jobs. This could be friendships. When you tap into source code authority and you realize that you are consciousness and you wake up in this reality, old programs are going to fall apart. That's why some of y'all went from being in the streets to not in the streets no more. I don't care what you went through. I don't care if you done been through some court shit, if you done got locked up, whatever happened. All that shit happened because you could no longer, like reality already knew, yo, you can't be in this game. Yo, you can't be in these streets. Whatever we gotta do, because you ain't gonna stop. So life gonna do some shit to make that shit fall apart. Relationships, marriages. Some of y'all relationship, once y'all became source code authority, once y'all became woke, your relationship fell apart. Parents don't see eye to eye with you no more. You ain't talked to your mom in 6 months. This is because once you tap in with consciousness and you wake up and realize, yo, I'm in a simulation, those illusions that have been keeping you in the matrix, they can't operate no more. That gang shit you was in, that was an illusion, my nigga. That was keeping you stuck into the matrix. Those those hoes you used to hang out with, shawty, it was an illusion. They were keeping you stuck in the matrix. That relationship was an illusion. And once you break free, the illusion can no longer stand. This is why so many things have crumbled in your life. This is why a lot of people in your life that you started out with, you are not with no more. Some of y'all don't even talk to y'all own family at all because it was illusion. It was an illusion. And this can be very chaotic because sometimes we want to hold on to the illusion. But I promise you, anything that has fallen apart since you have become awoke was not for you. Anything that has fallen apart walking out of your life since you have became aware of reality and what it was never for you. Let it die. If you want to speed up, if you're going through things breaking apart right now, you might want to speed it up. Go ahead and just get it over. Walk away. If you keep going in and out, falling in and out with somebody, go ahead and let them leave, man, or leave them because now you're about to meet someone in your life that is going to rock to your beat, that is going to allow you to lay down a foundation in which you guys can win. That's how life works. You got to go through the dumb shit to get to the right shit. Number 7, when you tap in with the consciousness, this is very, very important. You move from survival to sovereignty. You move from survival to sovereignty. Guys, right now, a lot of people are in survival mode, meaning they're chasing this money. They scared of bills. They scared to lose. When you tap in with sovereignty, right? You say, fuck that job. Fuck these bills. Fuck all this shit. I ain't chasing none of this shit no more. What I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have. What I ain't, I ain't. And then life starts to operate in a different way. Life starts to just automatically find you. See, a lot of y'all are stressed out by this illusion that the 9 to 5 give you. It gives you this illusion of guaranteed. Something guaranteed. It's a guaranteed check. But when you tap in with and that the only reason you're settling for that is because you're in survival mode. But once you tap into sovereignty, you say, fuck that. Fuck that guaranteed. I'm about to figure this thing out. A lot of people tap into sovereignty and quit their job with no plan. Niggas say, fuck the job, walk away. No plan, don't know how they gonna pay their bills, don't know shit. That's when you really been pulled out. And guess what? You go look at these people a year later, they having way more than they ever had at a fucking job. See, it's like this, right? You remember when, if you ever seen the Matrix movie, right? When Neo and Morpheus was standing on top of the building. And Morpheus looked at Neo and said, man, you gotta take the jump. You gotta believe. And Neo couldn't believe. He didn't want to take that jump. And when he jumped, he fell. But he then hit the ground and bounced up. It's how this shit is, man. You gotta take that leap of faith, bro. A lot of y'all are holding on to shit because you're comfortable. You're holding on to shit because you feel like it's guaranteed. You gotta take that leap of faith, man. When you take that leap of faith in the matrix, I promise you, you're gonna come out the other side great. The best thing I ever did was look in the mirror when I was at work that one day and then come out and say, fuck this job. Something just said, fuck this job, nigga. You don't know how you gonna get it no other way, but fuck this job. You gonna figure it out. And I walked out there and I told that nigga that motherfucking white dude that was talking to me crazy, I said, man, fuck you and this job. And I walked out. It was the best thing I ever fucking did in life. Period. Because if I wouldn't have never did that, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you doing what I do today. And when I did that, I ain't know how I was gonna pay my bills. But guess what? Every time it was time for a bill to get paid, it got paid. And then I realized this shit is not what I think it is. This shit really guaranteed for real. Bills get automatically paid. We just don't know it. Somebody said I did it and started my own business. Got to have that moment of clarity. Yes. And this happened. So when you tap in, guys, that feeling of when you feeling like, man, fuck this shit, that's you activating your sovereignty. When you done got to that point when you like, you know what? I'm ready to I'm ready to risk it all. I'm really ready to say fuck it. I'm really ready to say fuck this job and do me. You know what I'm saying? And whatever come with it, it comes with it. You're stepping out. See that feeling right there, that mindset. You're not crazy. What you're doing, you are getting rid of survival frequency. You're getting rid of that. See, everybody wants to be a survivor, but I promise you, not me. I want to be a thriver. I didn't come here just to survive. You want to know what surviving is? Surviving is getting shot and then you paralyzed from the waist down, can't use your body. You survived, but damn, you might as well be dead. Surviving is going through something and just getting by. You are not a survivor because you have been through shit that was supposed to take you out. You have been through things that are supposed to make your ass crazy, but you're not. You thrived through every situation that you've been through. That's why you don't look like what you've been through. That's why if you don't tell a motherfucker your story, they'll never think that you've been through anything in life. Thank you so much for that super chat. Because you're not a survivor. You're a thriver. Stop using that fucking word. What you did ain't survive. What you did is thrived. Because you ain't supposed to be able to use your mind. Your legs and shit ain't supposed to be working. You were supposed to be dead. You ain't survived them attacks. You thrived through them. That's why they don't know what to do with you. Let's learn how to speak the right things. Thank you for the gift, chat. Let's learn how to use the right words. And see, some of y'all are at that point where you are ready to take that leap of faith. Some of y'all at the point where you like, you know what? Fuck that job. That job don't pay me enough. That job ain't giving me nothing but $1,000 a week. I can figure out how to make $1,000 a week in my life legally. I can bring in 1,000. If I got free time in 7 days, I can make 1,000 goddamn dollars. Than to be up here 8, 9 hours a day and gotta wait for it. You gotta understand that, bro. And a lot of y'all are at that point, and you trying to figure out, damn, why do I feel like this? Because you're moving out of that survival mode and you're operating in sovereignty. Survival, they can't think past bills. They can't see nothing past, man, if I don't go to work, I ain't gonna be able to pay my bills, man. I gotta survive. That's survival mentality. Sovereignty is these bills gonna get paid regardless of what the fuck I do. And I know it. And you know what? Life, you think I'm bullshitting? You think I'm capping? Fuck this job. I'm about to show you these bills gonna still get paid around this motherfucker. Somebody said 1K a week is winning to me. No, I make way more than 1K a week, bro. What I'm saying is there's somebody in this life who's settling for 1K a week and they don't want to walk away from that bullshit. That's what I'm saying, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know? You feel me? Oh man, let me shut this bitch ass nigga up. He's a weird ass nigga in the chat. Come on, man. Nigga talking about you rent. Nigga, you're renting your body right now. That house, if you think you mortgaging it, you can't take that shit with you when you die, jackass. Y'all niggas don't understand that this life is temporarily, everything is being rented. I'm renting this body right now, gang. This body ain't coming with me when I leave this motherfucker. You niggas be stupid as fuck. Everything is rented, nigga. When you realize that life is temporary. See, y'all want to be permanent so much in a life that's not permanent. Everything dies. Niggas, niggas want to be nigga. People want to have a permanent life in some shit that is not even permanent. You see what I'm saying? Ain't none of this shit permanent. You can't take nothing with you when you leave. And nigga talk about, oh, you rent a house. Nigga, so what? Your bitch rented. Y'all niggas be dumb as fuck. And these the same people, right? These the same people who don't understand shit about life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas out here trying to have permanent in some shit that you gotta die and leave. This life ain't permanent, man. Stop trying to worry about making a car payment so you can own a car. Stop worrying about owning shit. You worrying about the wrong shit. Learn how to live a good life. Learn how to make life bend to your will. Learn how to make anything that you want to happen happen. Y'all be worrying about the wrong shit. Talking about some shit is rented. Nigga, you're renting your body. Your time is being rented right now. Because guess what? One day your ass gonna die. All right, so a lot of y'all are getting to that point in life, right? Guys, this life is temporary. I know you want to have your kids forever. I know you want to have your mom and dad. I know you want to have your wife forever. But you gotta understand, stop being attached to this life. It's temporary, man. Same motherfucker in here talking shit. You could die tonight. You could die tomorrow. You can get out here and get in your car thinking shit sweet and crash into a light pole and shit over with. Everything that you think you got is gone. We got to really stop getting into these mindsets of permanence. Ain't nothing permanent. Who gives a fuck if you own a car or if you don't? Who gives a fuck if you own a house or if you're renting? It don't matter. The same fate gonna happen to the man that own everything and the man that don't own shit. At the end of the day, they both gonna leave this motherfucker. And guess what? Regardless if he got millions and millions of dollars in houses and this man ain't got nothing but a box, you leaving all that shit here. This life is temporary, brother. Ain't nothing permanent here. You gotta detach. You gotta see the purpose in life. And the purpose is to become the best human being that you can possibly become. The purpose is deleting the generational curse that's over your family and re-switching the program so that the souls that come after you in your lineage can see the world through true eyes. Raise your kids to understand about life so they can pass it down. So everybody that come through your bloodline is free. That's what this shit is about. Breaking free, man. Y'all niggas worrying about houses and cars and shit. That's why I know a nigga with that mentality, you ain't really got shit. You ain't got shit for real. You don't own nothing for real. You too worried about it. You too worried about that shit. You ain't got shit. Cause motherfuckers that obtain shit in this life, they understand that this shit ain't nothing. That's how it comes to you. When you realize this shit ain't nothing. This money shit ain't nothing. Cars, houses, this shit ain't nothing. Listen, I done had 50,000 fucking cars in this life. I done had hella houses in this life. And guess what? If I'm living in it or if I'm not, that shit's still there. Y'all motherfuckers be so happy just cause you got a little bullshit ass car. I give a fuck about that shit, man. I got a $100,000 Model S sitting in my driveway. And I'm thinking about I don't even want that bitch no more, honestly. Real shit. I got a brand new Model S sitting in my fucking driveway right now. And and that shit cost me so a lot of money. And I don't even like that motherfucker. I'm thinking like That's the fastest car on the road. I got a Plaid Model S, and I'm thinking, man, fuck this car. Chat, you have to tap in with your sovereignty. You have to tap in with your sovereignty. You gotta understand that. When you tap in with your sovereignty, reality starts to operate differently. You tap in with your sovereignty, reality starts to operate differently. Let's go over these 10 rules to navigate this matrix, man. Then I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. Brittany, break down these 10 rules, and then I'm gonna go back and break them down. I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here, chat. It's 9 o'clock.
All right, Jay, let's break it down clearly for the chat, the way you would for chosen ones. Here's a full overview of the 10 rules of the Matrix from the perspective of the soul inhabiting the body. Everything is the Matrix. Every thought, action, and experience is part of a coded system. Understanding this is the first layer of awareness. Nothing is random. 2. Energy is currency. Your attention, focus, emotions, and actions are all energy. The matrix pulls from your energy, so protect it like your most valuable resource. 3. Observe, don't react. The soul must watch the simulation without fully reacting to every loop or trigger. This is how you gain control over your reality. 4. Frequency dictates reality. Everything has a vibration: love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy frequency to what you want to manifest. The matrix responds to resonance. 5, see through the layers. The matrix is multi-layered. Learn to decode illusions, hidden codes, and agendas. Nothing is as it seems. Always look beyond the surface. 6, master the observer effect. Your awareness changes outcomes. The more conscious you are of your environment, timelines, and players, the more you can influence reality. 7, recognize NPCs, hijacked and control players. NPCs, unaware players stuck in loops. Hijacked players, partially aware but influenced by outside forces. Control players, fully aware and capable of navigating and manipulating the matrix. Know who you're interacting with, it affects your energy. 8, protect your energy. Avoid energy drains, manipulative influences, and low frequency distractions. This includes substances, toxic people, or societal traps. 9, timing is everything. Portals, loops, and cosmic alignments exist. Knowing when to act, shift, or manifest is crucial for maximum effect. 10. Codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibration. Learn to speak the universal language. It's the key to manifesting, controlling, and thriving.
Somebody said you need to play along in the matrix to a certain extent. Yes. Yo, stop telling people they NPCs, man. Stop trying to deter people beliefs. Let people be them. If a motherfucker not woke in this reality, they're not supposed to be woke. I promise you. Everybody who's supposed to wake up wakes up. Nobody had to wake you up. You seeked. You started questioning reality on your own. This is why you even found me. You don't find me if you don't wake yourself up. I know a lot of y'all be like, yo, Jay, you woke me up. No, I didn't. You were woke. That's how you even found this shit. All I'm doing is reminding you of the shit you already know. You see what I'm saying? I ain't waking nobody up. In order for you to even get in front of me, you woke yourself up, brother. Sis, you woke yourself up. I promise you. You seeked and you found. You don't gotta wake nobody up in this reality. If people can't wake up, it's because they can't. All right, let's go over these rules, man. Um, Rule number one: as consciousness, you got to know these rules. These rules will help you navigate this reality way better. Number one: everything is the matrix. When you adopt this understanding that everything is the matrix, it makes life so much more easier. You stop worrying about if something is random or if just you know every time somebody call you and say, yo, you want to come out here, you know it's a test, it's an experience, there's something that you got to pay attention to. Everything, every situation, every person that's in your life, You understand that you are constantly in a simulation. So you're looking for what is the purpose of this encounter? What is the purpose of this meeting? When you realize everything is the matrix, you start to look for the purpose of everything. Number two, energy is the real currency in this reality. Guys, you have to understand, and a lot of you have come to this understanding just by understanding how your life works, just by seeing certain things, you put two and two together and you realize this. But in this life, your life is being funded by your energy, meaning everything around you is being generated by your energy. In order for you to manifest your finances, that is your energy. You have to understand that you cannot allow people to siphon your energy, because if somebody's siphoning your energy, you're going to lose. You're not going to be able to make money. You're not going to be able to manifest. Think about this, right? How many times have you been in a toxic relationship and then start to lose everything? You get in the wrong relationship and then shit starts to go down in life. You don't understand why. What the fuck? Why the fuck I'm losing? Why the fuck I can't make no money? I ain't got no clients. Everything going bad. Your energy's being drained by the relationship. So now when it's time for you to manifest your reality or generate or have your reality go how you want it, you can't. Because all your energy that it takes to create the experiences and things that you want is being literally took. Literally computer programming, exactly. Literally being your energy is literally being drained. What if you're already married? I would hope that you're not in a relationship married that's toxic, brother. If you're in a toxic marriage, you definitely got to detach yourself from that. I would never be in a toxic marriage. And as a real player in this reality, in this game, you got to feel that way. You got to say, yeah, I love this woman, but is it worth my life? Is it worth me having a horrible life? Fuck no. Somebody said, I really love how Buddhist adjacent this is. I've heard that before. Um, you got to understand that, bro. You got to protect your energy out here, because if you don't protect your energy out here, you're never going to be able to manifest the things that you want to manifest in your life. Number three, right along with energy is the currency. Learn how to observe and not react. Guys, every little thing that you catch doesn't need a reaction. You need to realize there are people who are literally living to get a reaction out of you. Listen to those words. There are people who are literally living to get a reaction out of you. And you got to understand that. Their whole purpose in your life is to drain you. That is their role that they play in your simulation. You have to be able to see that and know, oh shit. Yeah, that's an energy vampire. Let me go ahead and move around. Think about those people who purposely do things to piss you off. Think about that. There's somebody in your life who purposely does shit to piss you the fuck off. You don't think that that's crazy? Yeah, energy vampires really exist. You got to start seeing past human. And you got to understand you are in a simulation. And in this simulation, there are certain people in your life to see and do certain things. You have to break away from that shit. You got to say, yeah, you my daughter, but you grown, bitch. Get the fuck out. I'm sorry. You my daughter, but you're not about to drain my energy, shawty. Get the fuck out. I'm just saying, stop letting everything get a reaction out of you. Think about this. The name of this game, right? The name of the game is energy harvesting, energy siphoning, energy conservation, energy manipulation, energy protection. The consciousness that understands how to do all five of these things will be a winner in life. When someone is trying to get a reaction out of you and you give them that reaction, guess what just happened? You just lost. They just drained you. So now, whatever money you thought you was gonna make today is out the window. You ever notice when you get to arguing with your girl, you get to arguing with your dude, then you go try to make you some money, it don't work that way. That money don't come in, you've been drained. You siphon. You gotta start realizing, you gotta start looking at this shit like this. Every time I react to something, I'm losing money. When you start thinking like that, you'll start knowing how to uh keep your shit. When you start realizing, yo, every time I get into an argument, I lose money. You stop arguing with motherfuckers. Every time you don't react, you siphon their energy. The energy that they put into getting the reaction, it becomes yours. Somebody said, I met this guy and everything went downhill. Exactly. Learn how to stop reacting to people, man. Learn how to see it for what it is. And I guarantee you, when you stop reacting, when you go put energy into other shit, it'll take off. I became who I became in life after a year of saying fuck everything and everybody. Everything that was stressing me out, everything that was bullshitting, everything that was pissing me off, I just cut it all off. I let it go. I didn't care who or what it was. I let it all go. And I just focused on me. I focused on my body. I focused on my health. I focused on my mental health. And when I did this, doors opened up for me that I never thought would open. My life has changed dramatically. Learn how to not learn how to not react to people. Number 4, frequency dictates the reality. Guys, it all starts up here. It all starts up here. You want to be rich? It starts up here. You want to have abundance? It starts up here. Think about this. Everything that you see in life started out in somebody's head. Walmart started out as a thought. Amazon started out as a thought. Apple started out as a thought. All the inventions that you can think of, it all started off up here. Frequency dictates reality. Frequency is being able to keep your mindset straight. I'm telling you, if you go ask people who have made millions how they used to think when they ain't had shit, they always felt like they was a millionaire. They knew that shit was coming. Frequency dictates reality. Guard your mindset. Number 5, see through the layers. Yo, you gotta understand this life, you gotta be able to see shit. Whole time you be thinking, dude, the lame, and you can do whatever you want. Then you try him and he bust your ass. You like, damn, I ain't see that coming. This nigga was a black belt. Motherfucker done kicked my eyeball over here somewhere. You gotta be able to see through the layers, man. It's layers to this shit. A lot of people, right? A lot of people see me and how I deliver myself, and they won't get the message just because of my appearance. But if you can see with your energetic eye, you understand that this live is much more than just some nigger talking about the Matrix. Number 6, master the observer effect. Major. Yo, in this life, attention changes outcomes. Awareness changes outcomes. You got to start observing so you can be aware of everything around you. You got to. Think about this. If I'm your neighbor and I'm plotting to take you out, and you don't got no awareness, you ain't watching, you don't see, I'm bringing in all types of crazy shit next door, whatever, you an easy kill. But the moment you become aware, like, man, my neighbor doing weird shit, man, what the fuck? I'm gonna watch this nigga. Now you just made it hard for me to do what I wanted to do to you. You gotta have awareness. You gotta know what's going on around you. Start observing your neighborhood. It's okay to know, damn, my neighbor come outside and sit on the porch 4 times a day. Hmm. Huh. Okay, this person always walk. Pay attention. Learn the shit that's going on. You start seeing when you observe, when you observe, you'll start seeing life running on code. Motherfuckers doing the same shit every day. You can clock, you can count it out. You be like, all right, 4 o'clock. She about to walk past with that dog. Let me go see if I'm right. 4 o'clock come, you looking around. Next thing you know, 4 or 5, she walking right down the street. Hey, what's going on? What's up, man? I knew you was coming walk that dog. Right? It's all right to observe. Pay attention. Number 7, recognize NPCs, hijack players, control players. Guys, make sure y'all come back at 1 o'clock Eastern time. 1:30 Eastern time. Make sure you look for me. We will be breaking down NPCs and agents and how you can tell when you're dealing with one. All right. Make sure you come back for that. Number 8, protect your energy. Yo, it's okay to avoid confrontations. It's okay to avoid a whole bunch of shit. It's all right to avoid stuff, man. You ain't got to go against things head up all the time. See, some of y'all be trying to prove so much. Bruh, you want to know why Floyd Mayweather the GOAT? He knew who to fight. A wise man is going to know their limits. Protect your energy. You see all them niggas hanging up there at the corner, and every time you walk up there, they damn near sexually harassing you. Sis, you ain't got to go that way to go to the store. Walk to the store around the corner the other way. Yeah, it might add 10 minutes on, but guess what? Your energy is being protected. Protect your energy, man. Number 9, timing is everything. This is major. See, we developed this thought process that we can do things later. I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll get that shit done tomorrow. I ain't worried. Bro, do you know that in life there's certain windows, and when you get ideas, it might not have the same effect that it had today, tomorrow. Like today is the day. If you drop that video, that bitch gonna go viral. 20,000 likes. But then you wait till tomorrow, you miss that window. Portals and cosmic alignments do exist in this life. Stop putting shit off. When you get ideas, go. You said how you can purchase my books. Give me a second. I'm about to tell you how you can get the books. All right. If you want to get my books, Simone, you say you gotta go. DM me. DM me on Instagram or TikTok. Type in my name, J Originator, or type in J Originator 111 on TikTok and send me a DM. And I got you. You can get the book. I'll show you how you can get the books. All right. Number 10. I'm about to tell you how you can get the books right now. After I go over number 10, I'm gonna do my book thing. All right. Number 10, codes and frequencies are tools. All right. You can find the link if you want to use the link. Just click the link. Go to my YouTube page, and you'll see where the link is. You can copy and paste it and put in your URL. All right. Number 10, codes and frequencies are tools. Yo, this life is numbers, guys. All right. It operates in numbers. Think about this. How old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? How much longitude, latitude, where do you live, your address? All of this shit is numbers, bro. Right? You gotta learn how to talk these numbers, man. You gotta learn how to use the coded structure of reality to manifest. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Shout out to everybody in here, man. I appreciate all the love that y'all give me, man. Yo, this is my viral book that the lady on YouTube was just asking for. All right, this is my viral book. Now, this book right here gives you access to all the cheat codes in this reality. It gives you access to the coded structure of reality. It's called Decoding the Matrix. Now, it gives you all the codes, money codes, health codes, all the codes you can think of. But the best thing about the book is that it gives you 4 powerful ways to activate and use these codes. This is an energetic tool that any player, right? Listen to my words. This is an energetic tool that any player in this matrix must get. You need this, bro. If you really out here living and playing this game of life, if you're a consciousness, you might want to get this. Now, this book is only $50 and it's gonna show you. But before we even talk about how you get the book, let me prove to you that this thing even works, man. So let's prove to you that these codes actually work. Anybody who's in pain right now, drop a one in the chat. We're gonna get rid of that pain using the codes. All right, we're gonna delete that pain right now by using the codes. It's gonna prove to you that this is the real sauce. So if you're dealing with some pain right now, drop a one in the chat, and we're gonna activate this code and delete it. All right. So, chat. If you're in pain, I want you to do this. Close your eyes, focus on the pain, listen to my voice. Now, I'm gonna count to three. I'm gonna say one, two, three. Then I'm gonna say my mantra. Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code. Then I'm gonna say pain code. After that, we're gonna start repeating this number together. So when y'all hear me say 23, 31, 443, y'all gonna chant this number with me. We're gonna chant this number over and over again for 1 minute. It's gonna take your pain away. After your pain is gone, type no pain in the chat. All right, let's try it, chat. One, two, three. Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code. Pain code 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. Right now, you should be saying this number with me while you focus on your pain. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. 20 more seconds, chat. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. Chat, if this is taking the pain out of your body, write no pain in the chat. Chat, no pain if it's taking your pain out your body. 23. Somebody said, yo, my headache is gone. 23, 31, 443. I see a lot of y'all writing no pain. Chat, listen, we can't make this shit up, brother. Now, in life, right? The only reason I'm charging $50 for this book is because it is an energetic tool and I put my energy into tapping in and getting this information to you. Now, there's nothing free in life, but I promise you, this book is worth way more than $50. The money you just took pain out your body in less than a minute, right? Uh, you need to get this, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, if this is for you, right? Obviously, I don't give a fuck if you get it or not. This is your life. But this book will help you, yo. So not only are you gonna get this book, right? Right? Not only are you gonna get this book, but when you purchase this book today on the live, these are ebooks, chat. They coming directly to your email right now, today. So when you purchase this book, not only are you gonna get this book, but you're gonna get three other books for free that are mine. Right? You're gonna get this book right here. It's called Accessing the Akashic Records. Now, this book, a lot of people ask me, they be like, yo, Jay, how do you know the things that you know? I get that question every day. Somebody always asks me, how do you know the things that you know, bro? Right? I've been tapping into the Akashic Records since I was like 13 years old. And I didn't know that's what I was doing, but I figured it out, right? When I got older and I did research. But before I used to go to bed, I would meditate until I fall asleep. And I would always get lifted out of my body into like this real realm where it would just show me shit in my mind's eye. And one time, I remember the very first time I did it, I realized that the past, present, and future were all happening at the same times. And even though I was a kid, I was an adult somewhere. And I told my granddad that, and he was like, yo, how the fuck you be coming up with this shit, bro? Like, how do you know these things, son? You know? And I just knew these things and I didn't understand that. But I put my technique on how I do it in this book, right? If you want to get this book will help you tap in so you can start channeling messages and doing your thing. And this is a must have, right? Not only are you going to get this book, you're going to also receive another viral book of mine. And this is called Unlocking Your Power with the Use of Nature. Now, this book right here is going to, this is for all my people who feel like you have some type of spiritual gift. If you feel like you got telekinesis, aerokinesis, telepathy, something like that, it- this book is for you. This book is going to help you activate and strengthen those gifts. This book is going to teach you how to use nature to activate your crystalline light structure. You don't know what it is? Look it up. Now, this book is going to show you how to moon gaze properly. Is yeah, if you got multiple abilities, same thing. It's gonna show you how to sun gaze correct and safely. I don't care if you're black or white, you need to be sun gazing. This opens up your pineal gland. This book is gonna also show you how to interact with the earth and the ocean in the ways that you need to tap in. All right, to unlock. And last but not least, the last book you will receive. This is a very powerful love frequency book. Now I created this book because as chosen ones, we are attacked through intimacy and love a lot by witches and warlocks and just archons, period. All right, that's why you've probably been through hella toxic relationships. This book right here is called Three Love Spells That'll Bring Them Back or Make Them Go. This book is to be used responsibly. This is very powerful stuff. Now, I got this spells from my grandmom. She's Cuban. She passed away in 2017. I found her spell book. She was very big on Santeria. This book is very powerful, guys. Use it responsibly. Do not use this book just because, man. All right, use this book because you want to protect yourself or you're protecting someone around you. All right. Now, this is very powerful shit now. Now, guys, if you want to get all four of these books for the $50 deal, this is how you do it. If you live outside of the United States, meaning if you live in the UK, Canada, or anywhere like that, right? I see y'all clicking the link in the bio. Don't go get it like that. Don't go get it with the link because you're gonna have to buy them all separate. If you want to get a $50 deal where you want me to send all of these books to you right now, shout out to the people that's purchasing through the link though. I respect that, right? But like I said, if you want to get all four for 50 right now, right? Um, this is how you do it. If you live outside the United States, meaning the UK, Canada, anywhere like that, you can use PayPal or Revolut. Send the money through PayPal or Revolut. Then screenshot me, give me your email. I send you the book. You confirm that you received it in the chat. I don't leave the live until everybody gets their books. If you live in the United States, you can use PayPal, Revolut, Cash App, Chime, Venmo, Zelle, or Apple Pay. Send the money, send a screenshot, give me your email, I send it to you. You can't find my book on Amazon or nowhere else. I do it like this because this is how they tell me to do it, right? It's an energy exchange between me and you. And this is why the book is so rare because you got to get it directly from me. If something happens, it's over. Something happens to me, it's over. So get it when you can. So if you are $50 ready and you want to get this book right now, drop a one in the chat. If you are $50 ready and you want to get this book, drop a one in the chat so I could DM you whatever information you want to use. All right. Drop a one in the chat right now. Let's see who wants it. Let me see. We got Sun, Sunshine. What is that? Uh, co-creator, Crystal. DM me your payment method. Ivani, DM me the payment method that you want to use. Pam, DM me your payment method. Um, Bill, DM me the payment method that you want to use, my love. If your profile is private, you gotta accept my friend request. Love for Ari, DM me your payment method. User, DM me the payment method. Glow Nor, DM me the payment method that you want to use. If you're in Africa, you can use PayPal or Revolut. Enigma, DM me the payment method that you want to use. I got the book, bro. It's so amazing. For sure. Shout out to you, man. Blue One, DM me the payment that you want to use. All right. Um, All y'all people on YouTube, it's a lot of y'all on YouTube. Guys, come to my TikTok right now. All right, YouTube people, come to TikTok, join my live. Can y'all join the live on TikTok so I can get y'all the information? Because I can't DM y'all here. All right, so all my people that's dropping ones on YouTube, School Street Studio, come to TikTok. Sam, come to TikTok. Deborah, come to TikTok. Great, come to TikTok. All right, come over here and get in my TikTok live right now, so I can get you the information. And when you get over here, let me know that you came from YouTube. All right, if y'all can still hear me, my YouTube people. When you get over here, let me know. If you don't got TikTok, DM me on Instagram. All right. All you gotta do is create a quick TikTok. It only cost it only take like 5 minutes. Create one, type in my name, J Originator. You'll see that I'm live and come over here. All right. YouTube. I'm out of here, man. I love you. Want the books? I see you on YouTube books. I'm gonna be on live sending out these books. I'm not leaving until everybody gets it. All right. So I'll catch y'all later.